Hello everyone, welcome to Tahltech and also welcome to Introduction to SQL. SQL is a powerful tool that lets you to talk to databases. Databases are like containers, for information. They store data in tables, rows, and columns. So SQL helps you to manage and organize data in a database. Like it helps you to organize and manage data in a database. So why is SQL important? All businesses rely with databases. When you want to check, all businesses deals with databases. So even websites, if you have video games, all of them, they depend on databases for survival. So you need to know SQL so that you can ease your work to do these tasks easily without stress. So so in the next section, I'm going to be showing you some basic SQL commands that are going to help you to do some specific tasks using SQL, and it's going to be effective and easy for you. If you know SQL, you discover that managing data and working with data in a database is very. For you to get started with SQL, you need to open your database. You need to open your Microsoft Access. Sorry, your Microsoft Access. You open your Microsoft Access. You go to a new blank database, or if you know how to create a database, if you like, give a name to it. You can change the name here and say my database. Okay. Okay, here. Now, for you to use structured query language, you just go here to create, and then you say query design. You go to query design, and then you change the view. This is the view here. You change the view to SQL view. Okay. Now, if you want to create a table, you write create. You write create. Write create table. You want to the name of the table you are going to give. The name of the table you are going to give. Let's just call it employee. 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 Okay, employee. Okay, you create a table employee. Now, these are the the attributes of this table. What are the attributes of this table? The first one is always a primary key, or you can, anyone you write, you can just say employee ID. Employee ID. You say it as maybe it should be an integer. It should be an integer. Integer. You can call it. You can call it primary. Primary key. Okay. Primary key. This is going to just set employee ID to primary key automatically. It's going to set employee ID to automatically, and then you come here. Let's say first name. First name. You don't give a gap when giving the names of when naming attributes. You don't give a gap here. That's not actually correct. You don't give a gap here. So it should be the first name should be what variable character. That's varchar. Should variable character. That is, you can mix text and numbers or anything. So you call it varchar, and then you give the size. You want it to be how long. It should have how many characters there. You can decide and say 40. So it's your choice. Okay, so here you go to last name. You go to last name. Last name, it should also be varchar or variable character. You give the size. It should be 40 also. It should be 40. You go to you can say birth date, or let's just say b date. B date. It should be what? It should be date. It should be date. Yes. Date is a character type. This will be date. Let's just say department. Department. Say department. Okay. Department. You can say varchar variable character also, and then you give it length. It should be 10. It should be 10 characters or something. Okay. Okay. And here we are. Okay. You look, and then you end it with a semicolon normally as it's usually done, and then you run it. This is it. The employee table have been created already. The employee table have been created already. It contains employee ID, which already says a primary key, the first name, the last name, and the birth date. If you take here the birth date, if you want to enter data here, this is a birth date and this is a department. So these are the tables you created. You just created a table employee and you gave employee ID to it, first date to it. So you can create as many tables as you want. You can create as many tables as you want. Can create as many tables as you want. Can create as many tables as you want, or you can just decide and create it here. It's still it's still the same thing. You know how to create it here. It's still the same thing. So this is it. I say this should be a primary key. Yeah, so this is it here. It's a primary key, so everything is intact. You see, so this is how you use SQL to create tables, in a database. Okay, this is our table that we have populated. This is our table that we have populated already. We have input data in the table, and now we want to create a second query. A second query that's going to select a particular data from this table. We want to create a query that's going to select particular data from this table. So that's when we are using the selection. So now let's do this is select already, that's already written. Select from which table? We are selecting from table employee. We are selecting from table employee. Should make sure you have the same, you are using the same name, so that we should not worry. Okay, it says select from table employee. Select from employee where we want to select from employee where. Let's check. This is a table employee. Employee ID should be 204. Okay, where employee ID, I'm sure it's written correctly. Emp ID, yeah, this is it. Where emp ID is equal to, 204. This is it. Select from employee, from the table employee, where employee ID is equals to 204. Make sure that this employee ID should be one of the attributes in the database. Make sure that this employee ID should be one of the, should be the name of the column. That's the column name or the attribute. Should be the column name of a table in the database. If not, it's not going, the query is not going to recognize what you are doing or what you are looking for. Okay, when you write now, it is where employee ID is equals to 204, and then you run it. This is it. It have just selected what? The employee ID from the table employee, that is 204. This is it. This is a selection. Can you see that? This is 204. 204. When that means the primary key, when you just hit where the primary key is 204, it's just going to select what that particular record, the particular record that's having the employee ID 204. Or if you come here and you say you want to select, or let's create a new query. Let's go to query design. We change the view to SQL view. Okay, let's change the name. Please make sure that you put this start there. The start there is very important. Okay, let's say select select from employee, select from employee, where we want to use first name and we want to use different things and select the table. Where last name, make sure that last name should be like, where last name should be Dalton. This is it. Query 3. Select where last name is equal to, where last name is equal to Dalton, where last name is equal to Dalton. Yeah, select from employee where last name is equal to Dalton. So this Dalton is there. I'm using these codes. This code is there to show that it is characters, set of characters. You cannot select a character. It's only an integer that you can select, like without this phrase here. You cannot select what a set of characters, that's text without it. So we are going to run it. Let's let's run it and see. Here, this is it. This is the last name is Dalton here, and then what the primary key or the employee ID of it is 206. His first name is John, the last name is Dalton. So we can select if you have many, let's say many the data is populated, like there are many people or many information, or the information is too much. You can select like a group of, you can select like all the names that's having Dalton. When you just say the Dalton, if there's another name that's having the same name as Dalton, it's going to select both of them. You understand what I'm saying? If there's another name that's having Dalton, it's going to select both of them in the last name. So that's how the query works. Okay, the next one should be delete. Let's see how to delete a record. Like if you want to delete a record like this one, employee ID 206 Dalton. If you want to delete this particular record from a table, maybe the user does not exist anymore, and then you decided that you want to delete it. So it's still possible with SQL. Very simple. You just go to your, your create using what query design. That's the fourth query. Using your query design, you change the view to SQL view. Make sure you always change the view to SQL view. Don't forget about that. It's going to get you confused. Okay, we want to delete. We want to delete from particular table. Let's go. We use delete. Delete from table. Delete from which table? We are deleting from employee. Delete from table employee, where employee ID is equal to 206. Delete from table employee, where employee ID is 206. This is our table employee. This is employee ID 206 Dalton, John Dalton. Okay, so now let's go to our query. We want to delete from the table employee where employee ID is equal to 206. So let's run the query and see what is going to happen. This is the query. This is it. There's a notice. You are about to delete one row. Yeah, one row or one record from the specific table. Once you click yes, you can't undo this command or reverse the changes. Okay, let's just say yes. Wow, okay, we have confirmed that I want to delete employee ID 206. This is it. Deleted, 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 deleted. That means the data that was stored in the 300 and this 206 have been deleted. If you enjoy watching these tutorials by Tahltech, please don't forget to drop a like, share and comment. Thank you so much.